Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today my group and I will be presenting for our assignment 1 ACC407 Fundamental Financial Accounting and Reporting. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Shamil bin Muhammad Amar and my group members are Muhammad Zaid bin Muhammad Zaini, Sulia binti Amirullah, and lastly Muhammad Daniel Ashraf bin Mustafa. For today's presentation, we will discuss the introduction on background of the business characteristics, classification of business items, recording process of the business, strengths and weaknesses of the recording process, and finally the conclusion. The objective of this assignment is to study how accounting theories are applied in a real business environment. For our assignment, we selected a vehicle maintenance and repair workshop called Seroja Auto Care, also known as Seroja Racing Team. To complete this assignment, we conducted an interview with the business owner to understand how accounting activities are carried out in the company. Through this interview, we gained knowledge on how service charges, labor costs, and spare parts sales are recorded in the accounting system. However, there are some limitations because this business is a small workshop and not a large service center such as Forodua or Proton. Therefore, some inventory records and financial transactions are maintained using semi-manual methods and simple monthly records. Now, I would like to continue with the background of the business. The business that we selected is Seroja Auto Care, also known as Seroja Racing Team. It is a sole proprietorship business owned by Mr. Muhammad Zakwan bin Ahmad. The workshop is located at 9 Jalan Bunga Raya 6A-3 Bukit Sentosa 4A300 Rawang Selangor. The business was established with an owner's capital of 50,000 ringgit, which used was to purchase workshop equipment and support daily operations. The main activities of this business include vehicle maintenance and repair services such as engine repairs, brake repairs, and engine oil replacement. In addition, the workshop also sells spare parts and provides vehicle modification on services for track and racing purposes. As this business offers both services and product, it provides a good example for us to understand how accounting is applied in daily business operations. For the next section, I would like to pass the presentation on to my group member to continue with the business characteristic. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sulia and I'm going to present about business characteristic. First is the type of liability. The business operates as a sole proprietorship with unlimited liability. This means that the owner is personally responsible for all business debts and obligations. If the workshop is unable to pay its debts, such as outstanding payments to spare parts suppliers, creditors may claim the owner's personal assets to settle those debts. Next, number of owners. The workshop is owned and managed by one individual only. The owner serves as the main mechanic and manager, making all business decisions independently and taking full responsibility for the operation of the workshop. Next, capital contribution. The owner contributes an initial capital of 50,000 ringgit to start the business. This amount is invested mainly in workshop equipment and tools such as hydraulic lift and other essential machinery required for vehicle repair and maintenance services. Next, books and accounts keeping. The workshop maintains its financial records using the double entry accounting system. Transactions such as receipts, invoices, revenues, and expenses are recorded manually with the assistance of Microsoft Excel templates to ensure accurate and organized bookkeeping. Next, business establishment. The business is legally registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia, SSM, under the Registration of Businesses Act 1956. In addition, the workshop has obtained the necessary business premises license from the local municipal authority to operate legally. And last point is profit sharing. As a sole proprietorship, 100% of the profits earned by the workshop belong to the owner. Likewise, any losses incurred by the business must be borne entirely by the owner, as there are no partners involved in sharing profits or losses. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum Sofairus. My name is Muhammad Daniel Asraf, and today I will present the financial information based on the classification of business item for an automotive workshop known as Roja Autocad Sdn Berhad. This classification includes asset, liabilities, owner's equity, revenues, and expenses, which are essential in understanding the financial position of the business. Firstly, the presentation begins with asset. Assets are resources owned by business that provide future economic benefit. For non-current asset, the workshop has hydraulic lift valued at 12,000 ringgit, which is used for lifting vehicle during repair services. The workshop also owns an compressor and mechanical tool set valued at 8,000 ringgit, which are used for the tire services, cleaning component, and general mechanical repairs. Next are current assets, which are assets expected to be converted into cash within 1 year. The business has 25,000 ringgit in cash at the bank, which is used for daily operational expenses such as purchasing parts and paying workers. In addition, there is 15,000 ringgit worth of spare part and engine oil inventory, which are used in servicing or sold to customer. Next is liabilities. Liabilities refer to financial obligation that the business is required to settle in the future. Seroja Autocad Sdn Berhad has account payable of 3,000 ringgit, which represent money owed to suppliers for spare part purchased on credit. This credit arrangement allow the workshop to maintain sufficient inventory while managing cash flow effectively. Next is owner equity and revenues. Owner equity refers to the owner investment in the business. The initial capital invested in the business is 50,000 ringgit, which is used to establish the workshop, purchase equipment, and support operational activities. Next, the workshop generates revenue from two main sources. The first one is service income or labor charges amounting to 15,000 ringgit per month, generated from service such as oil changes, brake repairs, engine diagnosis, and general maintenance. The second is spare part sale amounting to 24,000 ringgit per month, which includes engine oil, filter, batteries, and other automotive components. The total monthly revenue of the business is 39,000 ringgit. Finally is the expenses. Expenses refer to costs incurred in the operation of the business. The workshop incurs 3,000 ringgit for rental, 4,500 ringgit for the salaries of 2 assistant mechanics, and 900 ringgit for utilities such as electricity and water. In addition, 500 ringgit is allocated for maintenance of tool and equipment. The total monthly expenses amount to 8,900 ringgit. In conclusion, the classification of business item for Seroja Autocad Sdn Berhad shows that the business is well structured financially. It has strong asset, manageable liabilities, consistent revenue, and controlled expenses, indicating stable and healthy business performance. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Next, I will continue my presentation about recording process of business. First, accounting cycle of an automotive workshop. The accounting cycle of the workshop begins when a vehicle service or repair job is completed. Every transaction is supported by source document and recorded systematically until the preparation of financial statement. Step 1. Source document. The process starts with the collection of source document as evidence of business transaction. When a customer's vehicle has been repaired, the workshop issue an invoice or cash bill showing the detail of spare part used and labor charge. For example, engine oil RM120, for labor charges RM33. For purchase of spare part, the workshop receive a deliver order and supplier invoice from suppliers such as Auto Trading Spare Part Sdn Bhd. These documents serve as the primary evidence for recording transaction. Step 2. Journal or book of prime entry. Transactions are then recorded in the appropriate book of prime entry. Cash received from customer for repair service is recorded in the cash book. Purchases of spare part on credit are recorded in the purchase journal. This step ensures that all transactions are recorded chronologically before being transferred to the ledger account. Next, step 3. Ledger posting. The recorded transactions are posted to the relevant ledger account. For example, cash received from customer, debit for bank account, credit spare part sale revenue, credit service revenue, and then credit purchase of spare part, debit is for spare part inventory or purchase account, and for credit account payable. The ledger provides a complete record of each account balance and transaction history. Trial balance. At the end each of month, the workshop prepares a trial balance by listing all account balance including asset, liabilities, revenue, and expenses. The purpose is to verify that the total debit balance equals the total credit balance and to detect any recurring errors. And then credit purchase of spare part, debit is for spare part inventory or purchase account, and for credit account payable. The ledger provides a complete record of each account balance and transaction history. Statement of profit or loss. This statement determines the workshop net profit by comparing revenue earned from repair service and spare part sale against expenses such as cost of spare part, mechanic salaries, utilities, and operating expenses. Statement of financial position. Statement of financial position is this statement show the financial position of the workshop at the end of the accounting period, including cash and bank balance, spare part inventory, workshop equipment and tools, account payable, and other liabilities. Through this accounting cycle, the workshop is able to accurately record daily business transactions, monitor profitability, and evaluate its overall financial performance. Okay. Next, strength and weakness of recording process. For strength, we have 3 strengths for recording process. First, clear separation of revenue. Second, automated Excel template. And then monthly expenses tracking. Okay. For clear separation of revenue, the separation of sale revenue, which is spare part, and service revenue, which is mechanic wages, facilities analysis of product gross profit margin versus mechanic skills. Next, automated Excel template for reduced formula calculation error compared to completely manual bookkeeping. Monthly expenses tracking. Monthly expenses tracking allow owner to control fixed cost expenses such as rent and variable costs such as 3-phase electrical utilities. Next, we go to weakness recording process. We have 3 weaknesses for recording process. First, we can get small receipt dropout. Second, risk of manual input errors. And then the third, update delays. Small receipt dropout. The active workshop environment causes emergency retail case purchase, which is example small screw, extra oil, and others, to often be dropped or forgotten to be recorded. And then for second point is risk of manual input errors. Risk of manual input errors. No direct integration of automatic POS system means that physical invoice data has to be repaid in Excel manually at the end of the week. Next, update delays. Update delays record are not up to date in real time, slowing down the process of making immediate financial decisions. Next, we can go to summary and reflection on assignment. Financial management is the main driver of the sustainable success of an automotive workshop. What conclusion we get? Seroja AutoCare need precise inventory control in its accounting system to ensure that cash flow is always positive. For a reflection study, this subject provides realistic exposure to how the concept of separate entities, accounting principle, and the accuracy of source document need to be practiced for the continuity of daily business operation. For reflection study, this subject provides realistic exposure to how the concept of separated entities, accounting principle, and the accuracy of source document need to be practiced for the continuity of daily business operation. That's all from my group. Thank you.